So good.
So juicy.
You have to give this a try. Tons of really good read. Hi guys, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Honestly, I don't think I'm ever gonna get over having fresh orange juice in the morning. It is so good. Anyways, today is actually gonna be a very relaxing day. My sister's gonna be coming over later and we're heading over to Costco to pick up some groceries for the week. And also, I've been really want to recipe test this Thai chicken rice bowl that I've been dreaming about for the past few days that I think is gonna be so good. So I figured we can recipe test together. Anyways, you already know what I'm gonna say. I got my orange juice, so let's get cooking. Hi friends, welcome back to another vlog. Is it just me or does anyone else seriously miss their kitchen the moment they come back from traveling? This week is all about cozy home cooked meals and we're kicking things off with my latest obsession, Thai inspired chili lime chicken. It is the perfect balance of savory, sweet, and tangy, the kind of dish that have you reaching for bowls of rice. The real star here is the sauce, a mixture of fish sauce, sugar, garlic, Thai red chili, lots of fresh lime juice, and a generous handful of cilantro. Just pan fry the chicken until it's golden brown and juicy, and trust me, your kitchen will be smelling so good. Drizzle on that mouth-watering sauce that we made earlier, and lunch is served. Oh my goodness, this looks absolutely insane. I am so excited to dig in. Ooh, and it smells so good right now in the house. The perfect bite. Wow. This is so delicious. The chicken is so tender and the savory tangy sauce on top. I'm gonna devour my lunch and I'll see you guys at Costco. This is so cute. Maybe for fall soup? Hi guys, just got back from Costco and then I found Dubai chocolate there. I figured we can taste test together. That's a huge.
What in the world?
Ooh. Wow. Cheers.
Very, very rich chocolate.
I think the chocolate is too thick. So if I bite just the filling and just eat it like this. Okay, anyways, we're gonna eat some more chocolate and let's go make dinner. I'm making pork belly tonight. See you guys in a bit. I think one of the proteins that I miss the most when I'm traveling has to be a thick, juicy slice of pork belly. So today, let's make a super easy sweet and sour pork belly at home. Start by seasoning your pork belly with salt and pepper, then pan fry for 2 to 3 minutes on each side or until golden brown and crispy. Add in lots of garlic, my yuzu sesame dressing, 4 seasoned scallion sauce, and a little bit of water. And that's it. So simple yet so flavorful. Okay, so while the pork belly is sizzling away, I do have some kimchi in the fridge that I want to use up. So I figured we can make kimchi tofu stew together. If you don't know, old kimchi is the best when it comes to making stew, and just thinking about it is making me drool. Anyways, let's get back to cooking. I don't know if anyone else is like me, but now that it's officially the fall season, soup, stews, and binge watching K-dramas is gonna be my ultimate comfort combo. There's something about this season that makes me want to just slow down and cozy up. Start by sauteing onions until soft and fragrant, then add in your protein of choice. I'm using hot pot beef today. Next, add in lots of kimchi and a good splash of kimchi juice and mix well. Season with black pepper, Korean chili flakes, and a dash of fish sauce. This is going to give the soup the umami flavor that you find at restaurants. Pour in water or any stock of your choice and bring it to a gentle simmer. Once it's bubbling, toss in any toppings you like mushroom and soft tofu. Cover and let it cook for another 10 minutes. Finish off with green onions and some chopped chili if you like it extra spicy. By the time the stew is ready, the pork belly should be perfectly tender. The sauce is thick and glossy, and together you got the ultimate cozy dinner combo that is perfect for the fall. At the start of this year, I set a simple goal for myself to move my body every single day. Because now that I'm in my 30s, I really start to prioritize my health above everything else. Over the past few months, I've learned just how much physical health affects your mental health. Whether it's going for a walk after dinner, a morning run, or a Pilates session to build up strength, every bit of movement helps clear my mind and reset my energy. The biggest shift for me was when I stopped focusing on how exercise made me look and started focusing on how it made me feel. And that's when I truly fell in love with moving my body. Finding a routine that feels achievable, that's rooted in balance and joy, not punishment or guilt. Because by the end of the day, life is about balance. It's about doing what makes you feel your best, both mentally and physically. Guys, this is so pretty and so cute. I don't want to mix it, but let's taste test together. Cheers. So good. You guys already know what I'm gonna say. It is so refreshing, but still creamy. Might be my new favorite way to have matcha now. 10 out of 10. Anyways, today is gonna be a very fun day because my mom's gonna be coming over to make her famous scallion bread. So yummy. We've been recipe testing this for the past 2.5 months and it's finally ready to show you guys. It is so easy to make at home. I do have around 2 hours or so I figured for lunch, let's recipe test a salmon mushroom rice together. I made this recipe a few times already, but this is the first time I'm filming it officially as a tutorial. So today's gonna be a full day of showing you guys all my new recipes, including this one. Anyways, you already know what I'm gonna say. Let's get cooking. I think traveling has really inspired my excitement to be back in the kitchen because ever since coming home, I felt so inspired to recreate new recipes and test out different cooking methods. And honestly, I think that is the beauty of traveling. Today, we're making a cozy one-pot salmon and rice with a lemony miso butter sauce that ties everything so perfectly together. Start by pan frying your salmon until it's golden brown on both sides and around 50% cook. In the same pot, add in lots of mushroom and garlic and saute for 3 to 4 minutes until fragrant and soft. Next, add in your rice. I'm using short grain sushi rice and season with soy sauce and black pepper. Next, pour in any stock of your choice. I'm using dashi stock today for that extra umami flavor. Add the salmon back in, cover and let it cook on medium-low heat for another 15 minutes. Meanwhile, let's make our lemon miso butter sauce. Warm up some lemon juice and whisk in cold butter until it's melted. Next, stir miso paste and finish off with fresh herbs like chives and dill. Once the rice is done, drizzle on that delicious buttery sauce all over the salmon, mix it gently, and there you have it, the most comforting, flavorful one-pot meal. This smells so good. I wish you guys were here to smell it. Oh, buttery mushroom and salmon rice. Let's give it a try. Wow. The salmon is so tender and the rice soaked up all of the fragrance from the mushroom as well as the salmon, but paired with like a buttery lemon herb sauce on top. Perfect combo. I'm still gonna tweak a little bit of this recipe, but by the time this vlog goes up, I should have a full written recipe down below, but you have to give this a try. It is so yummy. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my lunch, catch up on some vlogs, and I'll see you guys in a bit when my mom gets here. My mom's here. Okay, let's get baking. I am not exaggerating when I say this might be my favorite recipe my mom has ever made. Imagine if savory, crispy flavors of Taiwanese green onion pancake meets this soft, fluffy texture of focaccia. Literally a match made in heaven. The best part is you don't need any fancy mixer or machine, just a bowl and a good old pair of chopsticks. All you have to do is mix together flour, salt, yeast, and water until everything comes together. The dough will feel super sticky at first, and that is totally normal, but after a short 30-minute rest, it'll turn into the softest, smoothest dough. My mom also made a overnight version, which I'll also include down below, and trust me, both ways are completely failed proof. Okay, while we wait for the dough to rise, I'm also gonna work on a beef soup today. I think it's gonna taste really good with the bread just to dip everything in. Perfect for the fall season. So let's get back to cooking. You know how there's American style Chinese food? Well, there's also Asian style Western food, and growing up, it was one of my absolute favorite comfort meals that my dad would treat me on weekends. Whenever you order a set, the first question they ask was always red soup or white soup, and without fail, I always went for the savory red tomato soup. So today, we're making a cozy tomato beef soup packed with lots of veggies, super yummy, and the perfect comfort dish to warm you right up. Start by sauteing beef for 4 to 5 minutes or until it's nicely brown, remove and set aside. In the same pot, add in your onions and saute for another 3 to 4 minutes. This helps them soak in all that rich beefy flavor. Next, add in both fresh and canned tomatoes for the extra depth and natural sweetness, then add the beef back in. Season with soy sauce, Italian seasoning, and tomato paste, and give everything a good mix. Pour in chicken stock, add in bay leaf, and let that all simmer on medium-low heat for around 1 hour. Now, back to the bread. Let's start by prepping the scallions. I actually learned this secret tip from my grandma. It's the key to keeping your green onions vibrant and flavorful even after baking is to toss them with a little bit of olive oil and salt beforehand. It is the ultimate game changer. By now, your dough should have double in size and feel super soft and airy. Drizzle a generous amount of olive oil into your baking pan. This is what gives the focaccia that crispy golden bottom that we all love. Pour in the dough and gently press it down with your hands. Add in half of the green onion, then press them slightly into the dough and season with a bit of black pepper. Fold in the edges and sprinkle on another quarter of the green onions. Press it down again, then fold the dough in half. Pinch all the edges close and seal in all that flavor. Okay, now we're gonna let the dough rest for another 1 hour or so before baking. In the meantime, it is so beautiful outside today, so I really wanna go to Deer Lake and check out the fall leaves. So let's head out together. The house is smelling so good right now. Dinner's gonna be unreal. After 1 hour, your dough should be beautifully fluffed up, full of air bubbles. Drizzle on a little bit more olive oil, add the rest of your scallions, and sprinkle on a generous handful of white sesame seeds on top. Now comes my favorite part, pressing the dough. There's just something so satisfying about this step, watching those little dimples form and the dough jiggle like cloud. Bake at 475 for 20 minutes or until golden and crispy all around the edges. Meanwhile, your beef should be melt in your mouth tender and your soup packed with that rich tomato flavor. Add the potatoes and carrots and let everything simmer together for another 30 minutes to soak up all that delicious goodness. And just like that, our Taiwanese scallion pancake inspired focaccia is ready to enjoy. Please let me know if you give this recipe a try. I know my mom would be so happy. Pair this with cozy tomato beef soup. The ultimate comfort meal is ready to be enjoyed. The perfect combo! Let me try the soup. The beef should be super tender. Oh, the soup is so good. Okay, Time for the bread. My mom has made this a few times already, and I've been dying to get her to make it into an actual recipe. It is so soft and bouncy. Plus, this is gonna take you really good the next day too if you cut it in half and put like an egg in the middle. But first bite. Imagine if Taiwanese green onion pancake combined with focaccia bread. A little bit like salping too. Not gonna lie, I am starving. So I'm gonna continue, finish dinner, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, good morning. Today is track training day. Let's head out together. Woo! Okay, today this did not float, but I figured I'll try it with oat milk just to see if it works. However, it doesn't float, but let's do a quick taste test because maybe it still tastes good. Cheers. It actually still tastes really refreshing. Not as pretty, but I think this is more of an everyday drink maybe. Anyways, today we actually have a very fun day. We're actually gonna go to Richmond to meet up with Dom's parents as well as pick up my mom's car. So for lunch, I really wanna make a fiber-packed meal. I do have some chickpeas down in the pantry, so I figured I can try making like a chickpea curry. Should be a very quick 20-minute recipe. We're gonna head out in an hour and a half or so. So let's get cooking. Fiber is honestly one of the most underrated things when it comes to feeling your best. It keeps you full longer, supports digestion, balances your energy, and just makes you feel so amazing inside out. Lately, one of my goals has been to add more fiber into my diet, but in a way that still tastes really good. Since making this chickpea curry, I've gone back and recreated a few times, tweaking little things here and there, and honestly, it just keeps getting better every single time. What I love the most is how simple it is. It uses ingredients that I almost always have in my fridge or pantry. I promise I'll be sharing the updated recipe in my next vlog, and is worth the wait because I still don't think this is quite 100% yet, but take this as your sign to add more fiber into your meals this week, and I promise next week I'll be back with something super yummy. Let's go pick up the car.
Yesterday sun and there was rain, beauty in the Monday.
We officially got our car. I think my mom's really gonna like this color. Yeah. We're gonna head over to Dom's parents now to help Dom's dad film his trailer. So yeah, let's head out. It's still sunny out. Perfect. We were in and out within...
That's like an hour.
Ooh, an hour. That's really good. Let's go.
There's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin. Restoring everything within.
Hi guys, we just got back home. That was so much fun. However, on the way back, we were really craving a really good burger. At first, we're gonna go grab takeout or order a delivery. However, I figured we'd try to make it at home together. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Late Night Burgers. I think late night burgers might slowly become a permanent series on this channel. The real star here is the sauce. A mixture of mayo, ketchup, black pepper sauce, paprika, pickle juice, and mustard. It is savory, tangy, and packed with so much flavor that you're gonna want to put this on everything. Season your beef with flaky salt and black pepper, then top with a pile of onions. Press it down and cook until golden brown and crispy on the edges. Flip and add in your cheese and let it melt perfectly. Now all we have to do is assemble. Toasted buns, lots of sauce, double patties, and more sauce on top because there's no such thing as too much. And just like that, your late night burger is ready to enjoy. Taste test time! Wow!
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. How is it?
It's so juicy. And the sauce is really good.
Should I make my own or should we share it?
Oh my god. By far the best burger I've had.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna go make my own now, guys. I have to. It looks so good. Okay, good night. See you tomorrow. Hi guys, happy Friday. This looks so good. Can't wait to dig in. The perfect combo. Oh my goodness. I'm literally speechless. This is actually so delicious. Anyways, later today, my mom is actually coming over because we're heading to Fort Langley for a very cute fall night out. She's also coming over with her homemade cinnamon buns and they're so delicious. She's gonna bake them here and I'm so excited because I've been craving it. I'm gonna quickly finish lunch and I'll see you guys in a bit for some fall baking. Hi guys, before my mom gets here, I want to do a very quick book review because I traveled a lot this month, so we got tons of really good reads, some 5-star reads, so let's dig in. By the way, Stormy is here too. I realize he's been part of every single book review. He honestly is a bookworm. First off, we got The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, and this was definitely one of my favorite reads of 2025. This is a time-traveling romance that talks about grief, self-healing, friendship, and finding someone who truly loves and understands you. It is a book that is both heartfelt, hopeful, and heartbreaking all at once. They don't dive too deep into how the time-traveling aspect works in this book, which I really find is the beauty of this book because it makes it less sci-fi and more whimsical and romantic. I also love that the author dived into two of my favorite industry, which is publishing as well as the restaurant industry, and how beautifully she describes grief, how it changes you, how it shapes you, how it kind of affects how you see love, and also how love can exist in so many different timelines and different shapes and forms. I really loved every single character from this book, and I really think they can turn this into a series or a movie one day, which fingers crossed, hopefully they do. Overall, I give it a 5 out of 5 star. Highly recommend. Next up, we got Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and I've read so many of her books. Her books are super fun to read, super fast paced. I usually finish it within one day. However, normally she writes STEM books, and this book is actually about vampires and werewolves, so I was both skeptical and very excited to read it. Just like any other book, I finished this book within one day. The banter in this book is insane. The story follows Misery, a very sharp and independent vampire, and how she was forced into marriage with the alpha werewolf to maintain the peace within the two worlds. I know the storyline sounds a little bit iffy, however, it was actually so fun to read. It was super fast paced, super fierce, slightly spicy, and overall, I think that if she ever writes another book like this, I would definitely give it another try. If you're a fan of enemies to lover type of storyline, this is a book for you. I would give this book a 4 out of 5 star, another fun read from Ali Hazelwood. Next book I read was The Husbands, and this is actually a book that I picked up during my travels when I went to London. So it's been a while and I was really excited to pick this up because I was kind of in the most romance, time traveling mood and like the non-traditional romance book. So this book is very interesting. The storyline basically follows Lauren, and then whenever she walks upstairs to her attic, her husband will change every single time. So not only does the husband change, but the overall universe and the reality of the situation changes as well. So her friendships change, her family changes, and so much more. At first, it was very fast paced and really interesting. I think I finished the first quarter of the book quite fast. However, as time went on, the story felt really repetitive, and I felt like there was no development to the storyline at all, so it was actually really exhausting to read. And I think one of the mistakes I did was definitely reading it right after The 7-Year Slip, which is another time traveling style book. However, that one was just done so beautifully and so perfectly that you didn't question anything in the book at all, whereas in this one I had a really hard time connecting with any of the characters, even the main character herself. So I had a really hard time finishing it. I think it took me in total almost 2 weeks to finish a book, which never happens. So I would give this book a 2 out of 5 star. I think it's an amazing idea. I just wish it was executed a little bit better for me. Last but not least, we got Fourth Wing, and I know I am very very slow to this bandwagon. It took me so many years. You guys have been recommending this book to me for 2 years and I'm finally reading it. However, it took me a really long time to get over the ACOTAR series, and this is the first fantasy series that I finally am binge reading again and I'm excited to read. Anyways, this story follows Violet Sorrigale, where her mother forces her to join the Vatswagons War College and train to be a dragon rider. Honestly, there are so many terms, and this is the thing about fantasy series. You have to dive into the world first. However, with this book, you kind of dive into it within the first 10 chapters or so, and then afterwards, everything happens super fast paced. It's a fantasy romance that has lots of romance, lots of politics, lots of wars, lots of action, and a lot of enemy to lover friendship thing going on. I don't want to spoil too much, but I just want to say that I love the dragons in these books. It's just so interesting to read about them and to connect it with them, and I love that they also have their own personality and characters to them as well, and you look forward to learning about everyone's storyline. I finished this book within 1 week, and this is a very thick book, and I'm already halfway through the second book, so I'm very excited to continue binge reading the series. I would give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I don't think it is better than ACOTAR just yet, so I think that if you haven't read both yet, I would say read Fourth Wing first, just so that way you can kind of dive into ACOTAR without having to go through what I went through and took me a year and a half to get over that whole series, and I couldn't start anything else. So yeah, I'm so happy to found another fantasy series, and I can't wait to let you guys know how I think about the second and third book. Anyways, this is all the books I read in September and October. My mom is gonna be here really soon, so let's head down to go baking. Hello mommy, I love my book reviews. My favorite book is Cats All Day Every Day Having Fun, Napping and Eating Chicken. Bye bye everyone. Now that we're less than 2 months away from the end of the year and with holiday season just right around the corner, I just want to share a gentle reminder that it is okay to just slow down. Don't get me wrong, I love the holidays. I love the sparkling lights, the cozy decorations, the hot chocolate, and the laughter that fills every room. But there's still this quiet kind of sadness that lingers in the background, especially when you're going through grief. With my second holiday season without my dad approaching, I can't help but feel a little anxious and heavy, because sometimes the hardest part about grief is that the world keeps celebrating and your heart still remembers, still aches, and still misses. But I've also learned that healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning how to carry both love and loss at the same time. As much as I miss my dad, this season also reminded me how deeply I treasure my mom and my family and how precious time with loved ones truly is. So if you're also missing someone this holiday season, please be gentle with yourself. Light a candle, make their favorite dish, flip through old photos, or visit places that used to love together, or simply just take a moment to just breathe. Life doesn't stop for grief, and grief never ever really truly goes away. But if you look closely, you'll start to find new reasons to feel joy again, to create new memories, and to smile. Not because you've moved on, but because you learned how to carry them with you forever. Thank you so much for spending this week with me. I hope you guys enjoyed all the cozy eats. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next week. Love you!